Happy Sunday to my Bad News Army. Hope everyone's good. We got an amazing episode for you guys this week. It is our good friend Andy Nguyen, who is an amazing entrepreneur. He is a fast casual restaurant owner who has a ton of amazing restaurants, from After's Ice Cream, which is one of the most famous ice cream spots on the planet, Portside Fish Company, Dough and Arrow, Show Me Nudes, Matt Black Coffee, Orange County, and Ground House Burger, which is owned by him and my friend Bear. It is amazing. I hope you guys enjoy it. It is amazing. I've been using that word a lot today. Again, thanks for all the love. We love all your guys' comments, all the reviews, the 5-star ratings help us more than you guys know. And that's it. We'll see you guys next weekend. And listen up.
Hey, yo, bad news. Fuck going on?
That's just terrible.
Bad news.
I can't believe it.
Bad news.
Extra, read all about it.
Bad news.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. We're good.
I'm ready.
Oh, man. Oh, we're rolling.
Let's go.
All right, Matt. We're here.
Back.
We're back.
Can you believe it?
Bad news. Bad news. What's it all about?
Cutting that out for sure. Oh my God.
Well, we got a really special guest today.
Big
You know,
guess.
got a little food lord over here.
Man.
Man, it's like,
I had to do my research. I was kind of tripping.
Hey.
no, he's got some shit out there.
I know. It's kind of like a quiet assassin in a
It
sense.
was like, had to
Man.
like fix my mic. Man. Now that we could, now
Too bad.
we could cut the first 4 minutes.
No, I'm keeping that in. That was great.
okay.
That was quality.
That was cool.
I love it. I love it. All right, let's start. No, we're back, Matt.
We're back.
All right.
So the coronavirus is taking over Vegas.
Yes.
So we've been talking. We know there's 2 cases here.
That's
and they're
crazy.
closing the schools.
That's
But was
crazy.
it like in LA? Because you were just
LA was kind of crazy. LA, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not usually kind of crazy about like the plane stuff, and I don't like use like the Windex or whatever it is,
Wiping out.
the wiping. And bro, I went to the gift shop at the airport and just fucking wiped everything.
Oh, they had the packets and stuff?
Oh yeah, they had packets. I bought 2. The girl was like, I know what you're buying this for. I was like, yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
I was like, what else do you think I'm buying it for? My hands are clean,
My booty.
you know, and it's fucking cleaned up, bro. I was
You guys know
so.
what that means. We got to start a cleaning company, a cool cleaning company.
I know you're already on it.
Man, dude.
You're already on it. I
So
already
step
know.
ahead. He's just dropping dimes.
Yeah.
So someone goes to Google, I'm like, dang, Andy. He's got it.
So we got Andy Nguyen in here. Am I
Andy
saying
Nguyen.
it right?
Yep. Andy Nguyen.
Andy Nguyen, the winner, winning.
Trying my best.
So I have to like read how many places you have, so like people could just be like,
I was gonna say that I was almost gonna have him do it because it's like insane. But
yeah.
you can read them off.
no, I, you know what? That's
got
a
him
good
listed?
call. No, let's do it, Andy.
Oh, shit.
Just so people know, just so like literally,
Just
like you're
really
like
flex.
we're gonna get into all of it, but like you're like a crazy like little food lord over here, bro. Like
Flex.
from ice cream to noodles to burgers, you know, like
Other
what's-
stuff.
What's going on, and what are your places first off and foremost?
Places that I have listed.
Yes.
After's Ice Cream, Pig Pen Delicacy, Matt Black Coffee about to open.
Yep.
Portside Cafe, Ground House Burger,
Show me nudes.
Dough and Arrow, Show Me Nudes, Mad Bun. Yeah, and there's other stuff that I choose not
yeah.
to list and
Oh,
just
wow,
be
okay.
behind the scenes on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
So your list might have been like
No,
defamatory.
it's what is listed.
Okay, cool.
But let's start, man. Like, where are you from?
I'm born and raised in Orange County.
Okay.
I grew up in the Vietnamese hub of Orange County, which is Little Saigon,
Okay.
Westminster and Garden Grove area. It's like neighboring Huntington Beach.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Big family, little family.
Solid size. I have one younger sister, 2 half sisters that I didn't grow up with, and my parents.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What? Where did you go to school? Do you have a background in food or just?
No, I went to high school, got kicked out 1 year, got back in. I did community college for almost 2 years. And then my best friend convinced me to drop out and go and do entrepreneurship.
Wow. So is your best friend still your partner?
Still my partner. He actually he was living. He just moved back to California. He was living out in Vegas for the last year.
Wow.
Previously came from the apparel industry.
Right.
I had my own clothing brand, a streetwear brand called I'm King.
Okay.
Did the whole trade show thing for about 7 years. That's how I know Aaron,
Yep.
which you know. I did afters as a hobby.
Right.
So I was just I just saw a void in the industry.
What year was it when Bobby talked about you guys on the blog? I mean, what was the first time? I think I remember.
I think we brought the ice cream to Bobby in our second year.
Got it.
Yeah, because he heard about it. Everyone.
Because Bobby, you're saying 6 years ago, you're I think I talked to you on the phone.
Yeah.
You're because I tried to get you guys for my wedding, and then like I was. I thought, like it was just so expensive. Like my wife and I couldn't afford it.
I don't even think we were ready at the time to do events. Like we're like, what do we price these out at?
Yeah. Real high.
Like I saw it on the blog. I'm like, yo, Bob, you got to introduce me to these guys. Your guys' ice cream is insane. Like, how did that take off?
Yeah,
like,
what made you do ice cream
yeah,
too?
exactly.
So the whole idea of it was, I kept traveling. I kept seeing all these crazy ice cream stores, flavors I've never seen in my entire life. I knew, your typical Baskin Robbins, Cold Stone, thrifty ice cream flavors, and when I went to like New York or I went to San Francisco, I'd see these crazy, like cool ice cream shops. And I'm like, well, how do you make these flavors? I didn't even know you can turn these things into ice cream. So I started drawing a list of ideas of flavors that I grew up on or things I enjoyed currently. And I went pitching out this idea for like 2 years. I was like giving away this ice cream shop. Like, here, somebody, you should do this. And everyone kind of laughed at me that you're stupid. Like, why would you open an ice cream store? You're already doing clothing. And I guess one of the guys I knew growing up with, he had a similar idea, and he's like, let's go hunt for an ice cream store that's hurting, and then we're gonna take over. Instead of doing a brand new build out and taking a large risk, we'll just find something that's struggling and we'll offer to buy the guy out. So we found a store in the city we grew up in, and we never went to this ice cream store before. This ice cream store was open maybe once every other week, and we came in there, we're like, hey, we want to buy you out. And this guy was like, I still want to make ice cream. And, and we're like, okay.
But you're not.
Yeah, we're like, you're open once every other week. And he goes, I still want to make ice cream. I don't really need the money. I'm good. And then we said, well, shit, we don't know how to make ice cream.
Yeah. Want to be a partner?
Yeah, let's just team up and figure this out. So it took us like 6 months to figure out this whole contract. And then we started ripping the store apart. Like, we started painting it all black, putting like funny quotes on the walls, giving him all these crazy flavor ideas. Like, I was like, hey, make the cookies and cream ice cream. We're going to make it blue because we're going to make it stand out on camera. We're going to make a horchata flavor. And he's like, what the hell's horchata? And I said, hey, I like boba. Can you make me a jasmine milk tea flavor? And he's like, I don't know what jasmine milk tea is. I was like, shit, all right, let me go buy all these items for this guy and let's work on it together. So we came up with this whole list of flavors, and the last thing 2 months before we opened, we knew ice cream itself wouldn't just take off.
Right.
We said, let's try different items. First we tried waffles, then we tried like sandwich bread, and we made this fake taco shell that was like off a waffle cone. That didn't work out. And then we discovered the donut, like a peanut butter, a jelly filled donut. And we took out the jelly and we put ice cream in it, and we figured out how to seal it and make it hot on the outside. And next thing you know, we have this item called the Milky Bun.
And that's what took off.
That's what took off. I think a lot of things, a combination of things are why everything worked out. It was a blend of timing. Food mashups were becoming a thing. Like, news was finally talking about, like the Corona in New York.
Right.
No one was ever talking about food mashups like that before. Maybe like Roy Choi Kogi, but that was years before that. And then we were like next in line, and we're in California because I was on New York. And next thing you know, everyone's like, okay, the clothing guy is starting an ice cream store. What's that all about?
Right.
The news is like, okay, ice cream filled donut. This is crazy. And then it just wildfire just hits like right away.
Wow.
Grand opening day, line down the block. For the next 2 years, that store line down the block every day. Rain, shine, doesn't matter.
Like, did you guys like operate like, or is it just like by the seed, right? Like, you're just like, fuck it. Like, we're ice cream guys now. Like, did you guys know how to run a business?
Even teaming up with the guy we teamed up with, he knew how to operate a store like that was open once every other week.
Right.
Serving like 5.
He didn't have much to worry about.
Yeah. And then teaming, we've never worked none of us worked in food a day in our life. I've never worked in a fast food joint. I never worked as a waiter, nothing. And, we opened in February thinking it'll be like, it's cold. No one's going to eat ice cream in February. It'll give us time to learn for the summer for traffic to pick up. Next thing you know, it's February hits, and when we open, line down the block.
man.
Well,
Yeah.
Now we got to quickly learn how to fix our operations. We need to quickly learn how to work together, how to speed everything up, produce ice cream as fast as we could. And our space is only 430 square feet. And we're producing ice cream in the back. So you can imagine how
Yeah.
much product we're trying to turn every single day.
So did you guys learn how to make ice cream from this guy?
Yeah.
Or did you guys teach him like
He already knew how to make ice cream. We taught him the cool flavors,
Yeah.
the cool factor of it. You can't, no one wants
Or
butter.
like-
No one
or
cares about butter pecan
Yeah.
or rum raisin anymore. That's like, that's,
the 40s?
yeah, let us make this cooler and let's put in some like cookie butter and some milk, some cereal milk flavors and
Right.
let's make it pop off.
It's crazy, man, because like I don't care about ice cream, right? Like much. Like I'm still like that old school guy, just like chocolate. You know what I mean? Like, give me chocolate. They're like, sure, we got like 72
Chocolate.
flavors. I'm like, just give me the chocolate.
Oh man, I used to flex in a Baskin Robbins as a kid.
Really?
I worked there for like 2 or 3 years, and ice cream's the way, man. There's
What
a good,
was your go-to flavor?
probably just French vanilla.
Okay.
Because after a while, like I felt like when you eat all those ice creams for so long,
Yeah.
you can't really eat them that much anymore.
course.
Like I used to be able to eat like a fat bowl of ice cream, and now I can eat like a scoop. And like I got like a max quantity of ice cream I can intake.
For sure.
But I don't know. Even back then it was like pralines and cream. They had all those old flavors. They didn't have none of that new heat.
Yeah,
That's probably why Baskin Robbins is hurting.
for sure.
Like looking at some of your guys' photos today, it's like, do you care about people's health?
No, that's what we were riding off that too, because that was the tail end of the yogurt phase.
Right. Okay.
And
Oh,
we,
wow.
We came on this anti-diet thing. We're just like poking fun at it. We're like, we don't give a fuck.
Like you have like the Milky Bun.
yeah, we're Milky Bun like
That's got to be like 12,000 calories.
it's not that it's not that bad. It looks crazy, but it's not as bad as everyone thinks. And yeah, we keep really crazy quotes on our walls when you walk in. It says, "Leave your diet here before you walk inside."
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's great, man. Like I think Afters is like it's pretty special, right? Because like you're also like you talked about like the colors of the ice cream, like they're so bright, like they stand out. So you guys obviously have been doing something right with that.
Yeah.
Do you guys do like collabs with people? Like does Afters like
Yeah, we
has it
definitely
become a brand?
We definitely do collabs with people. I think along the way, I wanted to apply what I learned from the apparel industry, and the apparel
course.
industry, like hypes, collabs, and everything generates a lot of excitement and hype, and brings a new customer base in. I knew that a lot of people were trying to knock off our product, but if you walked into an Afters ice cream store and somebody pointed at me and go, that guy owns a store, you'd be like, yeah, I could see it. Like I could see that he worked on the project. And I think with the collabs, that was an industry that I knew better than most people anyways. I was like, okay, well, I know how to lock these guys in. I know how to pitch, and I know how to make these things happen. And if I'm able to do this, no one else is going to be able to keep up. So we've done collaborations with SpongeBob. We've done the Hello Kitty collabs. Rick and Morty's our current one. We've done Fast and the Furious. We've worked with the hundreds, tons and tons of brands, Guess Jeans. And we've done so many special, unique, co-branded collabs that you wouldn't even expect.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So let's jump around a little bit. You're in the process of almost opening a coffee shop with Josh Videz.
Yep.
Known Josh for like 12 years.
Yeah.
Super cool kid, amazing kid. When he was started to post it, I was like, there's no way Josh is doing this on his own. I was like, I know Josh way too well.
Yeah.
Like, and I love him, and he's very smart. But you need an army, and that's when Ashley introduced you and I, and then like I was like, oh shit, now it makes total sense because I went on your page and I was like, Andy's behind Matt Black as well, So like, tell me a little bit about it. Like, did Josh come to you? Did you go to Josh?
Got it. Me and Josh have known each other for probably a decade now.
Yeah.
I've actually met him in New York when he was working as a sales rep for Seventh Letter.
Seventh Letter, that's right.
Whoa.
Yeah, so he was working Seventh Letter, and we had a booth right next to each other, and we just chopped it up, and it became
Damn, New York Agenda.
New York Agenda.
Fuck.
Yeah.
The first one, Aaron, that we did. What was that? That was like, was that the 2-story room or like?
I think it was the big one-story hall.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And I met Josh there, and we kept in touch over the years, seeing him jump from to starting his brand, and me end up going in the food industry. We stayed in touch over time, and then I think about a little over a year ago, he calls me, and he goes, "Hey Andy, I want to do a food project." I was like, "Okay," because I want to open a coffee shop. And he goes, "Are you? You're the person in the food industry. Do you want to join up and do it together?" And I said, I've never done coffee, but I'll figure it out. I've never done any other industry anyways. So Josh is a huge name right now, and he's been picking up, and his art is amazing. And I felt like, this is going to be a project that will move the needle. It's going to shift everything. It's going to become an immersive experience, and me and you together will be like firepower.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so you guys are going to just be what kind of coffee is it? The drip
Cold brew.
cold brew, right?
Yeah, so we're the world's first cold brew bar.
Really?
And we teamed up the group that we teamed up to do our coffee roasters. They're called Mostra Coffee on San Diego, and Mostra Coffee actually this past November won the World Roaster of the Year. So micro roaster of the year. So we got the best we have the best coffee roasters with a super strong artist, and you got me as the food guy. Yeah, and you put us all together.
Amazing concept.
And we have Matt Black.
And we got Matt Black, and we got crazy coffee. We got insane merch coming, and
with Josh Videz and merch, and you too, because I didn't know that was your brand. It's gonna be that's awesome.
Of course, and there's so many like different elements to it, and our team is amazing. You got Sherm here, who's part of our team, and we're super excited because it's different. It's not normal. Once you walk in, you're gonna flip out.
Even the front of the building, with like a huge Matt Black like quote mark. You know,
Josh tried to change that idea like 30 times before he finalized it.
No, I think that's gonna get so many impressions.
That's gonna be your thing.
Hit that.
That'll be your thing.
Yeah. You know when you walk in through those doors, you're just gonna be like, it's gonna hit you like.
So where is it?
It's in downtown LA.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right across from the Ace Hotel.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So next to, next to the old agenda office.
Yeah, right there. Okay. And he was pointing that out too. He's like, I used to work over there. I was walking over here.
He did.
Yeah.
And you got a Banksy on that street.
Yeah. So it's
good stuff.
Excited.
That's cool, man.
Man.
So is he mad that you put all that sauce on those burgers though? He's like a burger purist. He's like, why are you putting all that stuff on those
for Groundhouse? That's where I was going.
Oh, he hasn't even had Groundhouse yet. I need to take him there.
I know. You need to drag him over there. You need to.
Let's talk about Groundhouse.
Groundhouse, yeah.
Those pictures are insane.
So first off, you have a burger that looks like Afters. That fucking I'm good friends with Bear. Yeah. So first
It's a good story for that one too.
Bear's amazing.
Yeah.
The craziest bastard and one of the best person to follow on Instagram.
Yep.
He's
such a great hype man.
He is the best hype man. There's no one better than Bear.
There is no one.
Dude, I fucking love this.
I love when he buys it for those hot babes and he's trying to stick it in their face and he's like, eat it. You got to eat it. Take a bite.
You guys had that like rainbow looking burger, and that's kind of like how you guys launched ish.
Yeah, launched ish. That wasn't the plan though. We had a menu set.
Okay.
And Bear and our chef Fernando were sitting in front of the store one day, and I guess Bear had a friend that was in New York and told him to come fly out to New York and hang out. Bear's like, I can't make it, and he's like, I'm gonna send you a gift. So he mails over 100 of these rainbow bagels, and Bear's like, I can't eat 100 bagels, so I'm just gonna give it to Chef. And then Chef sees it and he goes, we're gonna turn this into like a burger. And they come up with this thing. They're like, we're gonna call it the Tekashi 6ix9ine burger or whatever.
Wait, you're gonna call it what?
They're gonna call it the Tekashi 6ix9ine burger. And I walked up, and I was like, they had it on the table right in front of everyone. Like the crowd's like all looking at them. And I walk up, I'm like, what are you guys doing? They go, we're gonna put out this new 6ix9ine burger tomorrow. I was like, what are you guys talking about? We're gonna put it out. I was like, are you guys sure? You guys sure you want to put this out? And then I guess the customers kept coming over like, well, what is that? Can we get a photo of it? And I was like, whatever, just put it out. Do what you gotta do.
Wow.
I'm gonna let Bear run his magic and have fun with it. And it just took off. Like
that thing has like 15 patties looking on it.
There's 4 patties, 8 pieces of slices of cheese, like 4 different sauces of the rainbow bagel. It doesn't taste as bad as it looks. I've only had it once because they forced me to eat it on camera. I didn't want to eat it, but I did it. It's not as bad as it seems.
It's
marshmallows, sprinkles and marshmallows too.
So it looks like the most. And you have marshmallows. That's right. Remember we used
the Lucky Charms marshmallows.
Yeah, Matt and I used to be like, what the fuck is wrong with Bear?
Yeah.
So tell how did that project come about?
Me and Bear were actually supposed to work on a Boba store together, and that's how I met Bear through one of our mutual friends who owned a clothing brand called Publish.
Of
Michael.
course.
Yeah, Michael.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's one of my mentors who got me in the industry in the first place. And then I told Bear I couldn't do the project because I signed another deal out here in Vegas. So I have a boba shop out in Chinatown right now. I was like, I'm on a non-compete, so I can't do it. Bear's super pissed at me. He didn't want to talk to me for like 2-3 months. I'm like, yo, like there'll be other.
He's still learning about non-competes. Right.
And then I was working on Groundhouse, and I ended up hitting up Bear, and I was like, "Yo, I got the perfect project for you. Like, I think this would be a great one for us to team up together with." So I brought him in. He tried the product. And he's like, "Hey, let's go. I'm ready." And I didn't know, I didn't understand that Bear story. I knew he was different and he could make things happen. But it launched and it went crazy. And now we're actually opening our new store. We're soft opening our new store in Pasadena next week.
Wow. So now you have 2 groundhouses.
2 groundhouses.
That's so cool, man. So do people still eat like that?
People it's crazy. People actually do order that thing.
Really?
Like, I don't touch it.
Right.
I don't try to tell my friends.
People just want that photo, huh?
They do, but some people don't they just come there and they eat it, and you see them eating it and they kill it, and you're like, damn, that like girls will come and order it, and
Right.
it's like that weekend item that you come by on the weekends, and that's the one that they order. But our core menu is actually really strong. Our regular burgers are amazing. They're really good. Yeah,
I got to come out and check it out.
you got it.
So you've been dabbling in licensing. Right now you got Hello Kitty.
Yep.
And that's here or?
Yeah, Hello Kitty Cafe is out here on the Strip.
Okay, where's that?
It's located in front of the T-Mobile Arena, right, just sandwiched outside between Park MGM and the New York Hotel.
So how do you go about doing something like that for kids that don't understand, like, what does even a licensing deal mean to them, right?
A licensing deal is you're acquiring the rights to use these licensed characters that you can't just use their characters and put on product, or you get sued. So we had to team up with Sanrio and get it. But the whole way it came about was pretty interesting. My plan was never to work. I didn't shoot out to go do a Hello Kitty Cafe.
Right.
The person who actually owned the rights before were Aaron Rodgers of the Packers, Olivia Munn, and my buddy who owns the Habit Burgers out here.
I love that. Shout out to Habit Burgers. I love Habit Burgers so much.
So shout out Caesar for doing that.
Caesar, what's up?
Yeah, and then Caesar calls me and he goes, "Yo, you guys are already in Vegas. We have the rights to Hello Kitty Cafe, but we can't do it because I think his contract isn't. He's on his contract here. It wasn't looking good to work with casinos. It doesn't make sense. So they go, "Hey, do you want it? You've already worked with Sanrio before for afters. They'll probably allow you to take the license." So we call Sanrio and they're like, "Oh, Andy, yeah, we'll let them take it."
Wow.
So we ended up getting this project that I never expected, and we've had a lot of fun with it. It's done really, really, really well here. We get to do a lot of merch. We have a lot of cool bakery items and drinks and coffee, and
That's so cool.
yeah.
So, like, do you guys do merch there too?
We do tons of merch.
Yeah, it's super cool.
People,
fly.
that world is crazy, right?
They fly.
You got to go look at the space though. The space is so.
It's this giant custom. It looks like a shipping container, but it's custom built. It's custom built and custom sized for our project.
And you oversaw that whole thing.
Yeah, we oversaw the whole thing.
That's so cool because I'm super close friends with Roger Gassman.
Oh yeah,
and Roger's obviously I think he owns a licensee as well for art or whatever, and he did a 7th letter. He did a 7th letter show, and Josh Videz actually did the logo for Hello Kitty and the 7th letter. And
really?
Yeah, it was really cool. Like he was talking, because when we had him on, he was talking about that.
Yeah.
So that was a really good show because they had fucking everyone and their mother was a part of that, and Roger is Roger.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. Do you have any other licensees or?
Dude, the Rick and Morty thing, that's like right on point right now.
Yeah, the Rick and Morty one that we did for afters, that was a big one. It took about
like the green hair.
It took about 20 months to get that project launched. It took a long time on dealing, because when they first, actually Cartoon Network introduced me to Rick and Morty. I didn't know what Rick and Morty was. This is before that season 3 dropped, before the Szechuan sauce. And they're like, "Hey, you should do Rick and Morty. That cartoon's picking up." I'm like, "What the fuck's Rick and Morty?"
What's a Rick and Morty?
Do you sit there and say, yeah, and then you're like,
yeah, I was like, yeah, let me go talk to my team about it. So I bring it back to my partners, and they're like, "What the fuck's Rick and Morty?" And then
little did you know,
season 3 drops, and I'm like, hey Cartoon Network, I'm ready to sign now. Well, price tag just went up 10x, and I was like, fuck. But then I was like, I have no choice. You got to do it.
Yeah.
And no one else is gonna do it. If we take this on, it's gonna take off. And that thing was insane. Like, I think we underestimated ice cream and merch the first day. Ice cream and merch was gone.
No way.
Any of those flavors that we created for Rick and Morty and all the merch done the first day.
It's insane.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
We've had it for about a year now. So we just recently ended our contract.
Got it.
Yeah.
So social media was already like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've done other stuff. We've done, I just recently did a Care Bears collaboration.
you
out.
win. Care Bears is where it's all at.
Yeah.
My brother, Tommy, he used to be in a band called Any Day Now. It was the first band he was ever
really?
in.
Okay.
And he's in a DJ group called Breathe Carolina now, and they're really big. And he I remember the first merch shirt he ever did was with a Care Bear.
Yeah.
And it had like Any Day Now, and like he got a cease and desist in like 3 minutes.
Oh, shit.
And he was nobody. If he released that shit now, he'd
Yeah.
fucking go to jail.
Damn.
but Care Bears is dope. So you
Yeah.
did Care Bears with Afters?
No, I did a Care Bears with there's a food hall that I helped develop out in the Inland Empire in Chino Hills. And there's about 9 food stalls in there, and I wanted to turn it into a Care Bears experience. So I teamed up, paired up 5 different food brands, and I did merch, packaging, and food items for the Care Bears. So if you walk into this place, it looks like the Care Bears came and threw up over the food hall.
Wow.
Yeah. And the packaging is like A1. If you saw like some of the brands, you'd be like, that brand looks like a multi-million-dollar brand just because the packaging is so legit.
Amazing.
So I made sure that I was like, hey, people come in and see this. It's A1.
Wow. Do you believe that licensing deals are the future for certain brands or everybody?
It sounds like he's already been in the future.
Yeah, exactly, right?
I think if you're putting it together correctly and you're telling a great story to it where it makes sense, you're not just doing it just to do it. I think that's when it's done right. You know, even with seeing like Supreme and the Oreo like that,
Right.
you're like, oh shit,
Genius.
that's genius.
Yeah.
And or you've seen what Bobby and Ben do with their hundreds collabs, and
I agree.
Their storytelling.
The last 2 years of storytelling for them has been
It's beautiful to
untouchable.
watch.
Yeah.
I love like the Mickey Mouse and Kith collab, but then like when Gucci went and did it, I was like,
Yeah, because you're like, man, you're just forced. Yeah, it feels like forced. So I think if it's
Because
done
Ronnie
right,
puts it all. You put in your all. I mean, Matt and I worked, on the Vans collab for that was about 20 months.
I try to send my cousin here too. I'm like, hey, can you go line up for me and pick up the shoes?
oh man,
That's crazy. Yeah. So like, you're right. It has to be put in right. What do you think the future is for you?
I'm doing a lot of project development now. I am curating a strip plaza out in my hometown of Garden Grove. It's you hear everyone doing food halls, and I wanted to take the experience a little higher. I wanted to bring this experiential vibe to Orange County. So it does have the food element, but it also has really cool curated retail. It has a tattoo shop smack in the middle, all glass around it, so you can sit there and eat and watch somebody get a dope ass tattoo. And then you got a dope barcade in the back, and then the barcade is, I wanted to have a really cold shell feel. I wanted to have like a lot of blue LEDs, like you're walking into a Tron game. So it's like, so I'm trying to build this like experiential thing where you can take pictures, but like eating out is still like one of the few experiences you can sit and talk with your friends and have eye to eye contact, which I think is super important.
Absolutely.
And I want this, I'm trying my best to turn this on something else and become a destination in Orange County.
That's crazy. So like is it Show Me Nudes?
Show Me Nudes, yeah.
It's kind of like Send Noodles.
Yeah. Let's poke fun at noodles and having a good time with it.
So like, how did that come about?
Our chef, he really wanted to do a ramen concept so bad. And we're like, hey, if we do a ramen concept, you got to make it fun. The name has to be hilarious. And once we hit that name, we're like, dude, we're going to run with it.
Man. And then Don't Arrow.
Don't Arrow, yeah.
And Don't Arrow is what?
It's a cookie and coffee shop, partnered with 2 female so they're the faces of the company.
Okay.
And they're 2 moms, and we wanted to bring this like youthful vibe with moms and kids coming to the store and having fun cookie flavors.
Do you have a dentist shop? Like, do you?
I should. I need to get a whitening company.
That should be like your thing, where it's like, got bad teeth? Come to my dentistry.
Just poison everybody, then eventually
and open a gym next to all my places. Food places.
Just have like a mini gym right next to all your.
So when you do come and eat a steak after.
When you do the food halls, do you how do you get the restaurants? Do you like, are those all your projects that you put in the food halls, or do you go and like acquire like places? I like this. So maybe come in.
The one I built in Inland Empire, I took half of it, and what I learned through it was it's super overwhelming. So I had like 5 concepts in there, and I was like, dude, this is too crazy. I can't.
Really?
And the risk is like super high. And if it does well, then yeah, it's great. But there's still so much work that goes into it, and daily operations, it's insane.
Dude.
So with this recent one, I was like, you know what? I want to sit in the landlord position. I want to be on the other side of it this time. I don't want to really own any concepts in there. I just want to be more in the background, the cool landlord, and working with tenants to make sure they're successful. Because with like a lot of landlords you deal with, they don't work with tenants. They just want the check.
Absolutely.
But my job is I want this place to fucking pop off.
Yeah, like
so I'm gonna do it right.
If I build it, they will come kind of concept.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope they come.
Not even just the people, but more like the companies, like the restaurants.
Yeah. And I want them to take off because I want to be able to say like, hey, I helped bring you here, and a big reason on why you have a great impact and how your brand has shifted into the way it becomes in the next few years.
That's amazing. And then go ahead.
I only took one space in there. I took the retail space. So the retail space is I created the brand called Orange County, which is
I was just going to bring that up.
Yeah, so Orange County is like my passion project. I got tired of like, hey, if you're living in Orange County and people always fake repping LA. I was like, LA is LA, great place, but you're not from LA, you're from OC, like, but we don't have any OC product. And I was like, I'm gonna create like well curated, well designed product for Orange County, where from tourist products to postcards, keychains, hats, towels. Like, I wanted to do all that, but
it's super simple too.
Yeah, I wanted it clean. I wanted you to rep the area as hard as you could.
I can't believe no one had did that already, or like that, like the Orange County.
Because Orange County has this, like the last few years before that, it was like, it's not cool. It wasn't a cool area. You don't want to rep Orange County.
But you're from OC. It is. I mean, there's some cool stuff.
I can't believe like it could be like the weirdest thing, like a biker gang or something that just claims that. You never know when you're like looking up all those trademarks.
Right?
Like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, but look at what Kanye did with Calabasas.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what Andy did.
What other cool cities can we claim?
Right.
Are you gonna vet? Are you gonna try to take over another area like you did with Orange County? Like, are you gonna try like with Matt Black? And like,
of course, I think my future goal is obviously I put a big footprint in Orange County, and this is my home, and this is my legacy for the next generation of kids. But I also want to shift other communities outside of my area and make different cities that need something cool or need something a good place to hang out and merge cultures together. So yeah, I am looking in different areas, different states. I have projects in California. Yes, I have projects out here in Vegas, and then I'm developing projects out in Texas right now.
Texas is like exploding right now.
Yep.
Like, where do you have like a bunch, or like Houston, Dallas?
I have stuff in Houston right now, and I'm doing some developments out in Dallas.
Nice.
I fucking love it. Yesterday, I saw you post your vegan. Is that yours? Vegan spot?
No.
Oh.
Like kind of, it is, but I try not to be behind it. It is. I have some.
There's some
affiliacy with it, but
Andy, you ain't posting shit to back your friends, bro. Especially restaurants.
I have some type of involvement with it.
But speaking of like restaurants, right? Like I just walked you through our property, and like, are you gonna try to like open like nice restaurants? You know what I mean? Like, not just fast casual.
I think it depends on how I feel at the time and what projects I'm looking into. I think the reason why I do a lot of the fast casual spaces are that I like incubating something new, trying at a lower risk at the same time, and also trying to show people I can help make brands pop off with not a lot. But if you give me a lot to work with, I can make magic at the same time. Yeah, so I just want to see where it goes right now, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna ever see myself in food forever. I don't know. I don't know how much else I need to.
Because you probably thought you were gonna be in clothes forever.
Yeah, I did. I honestly thought I was gonna be in apparel forever. I was like, I've done this for a long time.
What kind of questions do kids like ask you, right? Like, because I'm sure you have kids that have followed you from when you had a brand to now you're like a brand master with fast casual restaurants. Like, what kind of questions do you see like always pop up? Like, yo, Andy, like,
did you have a cooking, like you mentioned, or do you have a cooking background? No, I don't even know how to cook.
Right.
But I figured out in apparel, like, how did you start your clothing brand? I was like, I didn't design. I just kind of put the team together, and I knew what I liked, and I had a good vision for it. You
had that with clothing?
Yeah, same with
clothing. That's kind
of
like the Ralph Lauren story. I don't know if you saw like his documentary, but he's not a designer.
Okay.
He just had the right team.
Yeah, if like he needed a jacket, he would
like
find
you probably have the eye. Exactly. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
So what gives you that? Do you consider yourself a people person? Can you read people well? Like when you go into a room and you meet somebody, can you feel them out quickly?
Yeah, I think
good judge of character.
I think now, especially, I've been in the.
Because you've had to build so many
I've been around
teams.
the industry. I've been in the industry for so long now, and I've been through so many type of different people. But usually, I'm pretty easy to work with, and I'm pretty easy. If you want to team up with me on a project, and I think you're pretty cool, I'll do it.
Right.
And if you screw me over,
you'll know.
You'll probably look bad because I have a good pretty good. I think I have a pretty good track record. And everyone's like, "Oh, Andy, he's not the type to screw people over." But that guy looks crazy. You know what I mean?
I like that.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
So what kind of spots you got here in Vegas? Can you say?
yeah. I got the Seven Leaves Cafe out in Chinatown right now. We do the boba.
Boba.
The
Right.
boba drinks there.
I've never had boba.
Really?
And I saw you
Man,
post
you
it
gotta
today,
hit it
and I
up.
was like,
Ever.
all those balls in there. I'm like,
You've
what?
never had boba?
Never,
Oh,
ever.
I've
Well,
had
we need
boba.
to change that.
Really? Is that?
It's acquired. Some people like it. Some people don't.
So what is
it's like
it?
a tapioca ball. It's like a sugar tapioca.
Okay.
It's like chewy. People like the texture of it.
Really?
Yeah. Some people like texture. Some people don't like it. It's like acquired.
Is it good for you like Red Bull or no?
Good for you, like Red Bull. Yeah.
I was like, damn, you threw me off right there.
He was like, what?
Yeah, totally. I love it. It's the best.
Definitely not good for you. It's sugar.
Yeah.
But people love that texture.
I mean, like even today when I saw you like poking in it, I was like, oh, nope, it's got plastic on the top. I don't know what that is. That looks crazy. And I always see, but I know it's like people love that
People
shit,
love
right?
it,
They
yeah.
love it. Like
Yeah.
it's insane.
Yeah.
So that's amazing, man.
Yeah.
And you did all this in how many years?
And the food, a little over 6 years.
Man, that's like a spot.
The apparel
So many spots per year, even. That's insane.
six apparel, 7 years, and I did real estate appraisal before that for about 2.5 years.
How old are you?
35 now.
Did you get a real estate license?
I got a real estate appraisal license. That's the first business I
He's
started.
from Orange
when I
County,
dropped
of
out.
course you did.
Yeah, just
So
flipping.
that was the first thing I did was real estate. I was an appraiser for like a few years, but I hated it, and I was like, I'd rather do clothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy what you like pick up early on, thinking it's gonna be your passion. You like put it in your back pocket, and then like
I
years
just
down
heard
the
this.
road.
My friend said you can start your own company. I was like, well, shit, you can start your own company. We're only like 19 years old. No way. Like we don't know anyone that does
Right.
that. So
Man.
I'm down. Yeah.
So do you still dabble in the clothing industry? Because you did the network the other day, you and Ben.
Yeah,
Baller.
we did the.
So like,
the
what was that
Adidas
about?
collab. Ben chose me out of the list for the
Right.
food, and me and Ben have known each other for a while now, and it was an Adidas campaign for
Right.
their super stand shoe of mashup of two icons, and I was like, oh shit, you guys call me an icon? That's crazy.
Yeah. I've known Ben for a very long time.
Yeah,
So I have the card that we could talk shit about Ben.
Did he scare you with the Corona? He's on that Corona tip right now. Did he
Ben?
scare you?
I
with
can't
that?
even go on Ben's
Oh my
Instagram
God,
because
right now.
he's more of a doctor than the
His
doctors
Twitter is
are right
going
now.
nuts.
He's
on that
like
stuff right
he's
now.
like the biggest conspiracy theorist on there. He's
Oh
like,
my
yo,
God.
they're lying to y'all.
No, he's always got amazing stories to tell.
He
and
is the best hype man of all time.
Yeah,
the Forrest
he's
Gump of
got-
hip hop.
insane stories, but it's cool that we got to team up for that because he's definitely someone I looked up to as a kid, seeing him seeing his MySpace pages with him and Jonas from LRG with chains, and I'm a young Asian kid, like I want to be like those guys.
Those are lords.
Yeah, exactly.
true.
I used
They're
to-
like rappers. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
I never knew Jonas that well. Coming from agenda background for Aaron and all that stuff. So I got to meet a lot of people, and Ben obviously introduced me to Jonas a few times, and Ben is a fucking. He's a genius.
Oh yeah.
People are like, this fucking clown. I was like, fuck yeah, he's one of my good fucking friends.
Yeah, no, he's
and when you're his friend, you're his fucking friend.
Exactly.
And I've watched Ben build something special, man. Like,
and he strategized. He's not like
he's not an idiot.
Yeah, no way. Yeah.
Even Aaron on Network, like, yo, man, like, Ben Baller's serious.
Yeah,
like,
no, he does not play. Yeah.
They
Dude, he was doing like the money machine show
Money
twice,
Machine was
and then
fun.
the
Yeah.
craziest thing is he come back with the scale. Was like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah. And he's like, I got an hour to film, guys. We got to shoot. We got to get this done.
he's crazy,
And
right?
he got the hour done, and he told like 30 stories at the same time. He got it all done. I was like, all right, he got this. He knows.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you miss the clothing game, or like especially right now? Because I kind of want to get into that.
Do I miss the clothing game? I like watching it from afar. I like helping consult and give my friends advice that are still in the industry. I like watching. I like collaborating with them on what I'm doing now. No,
It's kind of scary right now.
I enjoy what I'm doing now, and I enjoy seeing what else is out there. I want to disrupt different industries.
I look at obviously trade shows are going away.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Like there's no more
Crazy,
agenda.
right? Not the same experience as it was before. It used to be
Magic.
like-
I walked there. It's crickets, tumbleweeds flying through.
And remember, Magic before, like 10 years ago, was the place you wanted to be. Like,
Dude,
you're
people are like, I can't wait to show up Magic. I'm
Right?
like, you're gonna just burn your money right now.
of course,
You
we go
know,
to Magic
like-
and we set. Where are we partying tonight? Where are we
Dude,
going tonight?
Exactly. Like where are the parties at? Like, because
And then
you're coming into town for 4 days, and
Yeah.
you're just like,
I know it used to be 4 days. How crazy that was.
Dude,
Next
I just
day,
got
every
here.
day, the rest of the week, you have
the
sunglasses
second
on.
day
You have sunglasses on like this at the booth. Like,
you're gonna put in an order or what? It's crazy.
Yeah.
But like, I watched like a I watch kids like the kids from FaZe Clan.
Oh,
Right, like my brother is like a big part of that whole. He manages Temper and Banks, and I should actually connect you guys.
Yeah.
Ashley hasn't connected you yet.
not yet.
Shit, he's like, I'm gonna connect you to the old one.
already on it.
Yeah,
Send
I'm gonna
Ashley
connect you to the
text
old
after
one.
this. Yeah.
But like, that's like somebody I feel like a collab would be crazy with, like afters, like you know those kids.
We've actually been in talks with the creative director over there.
Oh, there you go. There it is. But it's like,
It'd be better
I
with
feel
them,
like those are the kind of kids that are going to show you don't need to be at a trade show.
Exactly. Yes.
Because they're not really a brand just yet.
Yeah.
You know, they're like,
But they're
I
flying
think they're
through.
figuring it all out.
Yeah.
But I think FaZe Clan is going to be that next like brand of
course.
just like big collaborations. You know, you don't need a full like, we're not making denim. We're just dropping a shirt. Like I know what they did with Cole Bennett, right?
Yeah.
With Lyrical Lemonade. And I was like, oh fuck.
You saw what they did a champion. They both their drops like flew out like in like a minute.
Minute.
Yeah.
Minute.
Yeah.
You know, Lyrical Lemonade, I was with my brother and Banks and Temper on Thanksgiving. They dropped it.
Okay.
And the amount of units they were moving.
Well, you can only imagine. Yeah.
No brands out there. I
Damn.
promise
He
you.
said no
I
brands.
promise you. There is no brands
I believe
moving those units.
Oh God. I
There's no
believe it.
brands.
No,
I
because
don't give a fuck what anyone says.
I've heard some smaller gamers. I heard the number of units they've moved already, so I can only imagine what FaZe Clan is like flying through.
It's crazy. So it's
Such a mystique too. I love the mystique. Like some you like it's gaming, but like what really is it? Like he's so like
what do they play? I'm like,
can't
I don't
really
fucking
like
know.
Right,
can't
yeah.
really like grasp what the actual concept is. It's
Yeah.
so like no, it's really great.
That's crazy to watch, right? It's like
I keep trying to do like where that Pearl where I took you. I want to
Yeah.
like do like have you ever seen the movie The Wizard?
yeah, of course.
I want to bring that
actually
here.
I spent a night watching it like 2-3 weeks ago.
yeah,
right?
Power Glove.
Watching
It's
it.
been
Power
on.
Glove.
It's
Yeah,
been on lately.
Yeah, I took a picture. I was like posting. I was like Power Glove. Yeah, that's when I posted. Yeah,
But that like in my head, I'm like, that's coming here,
Yeah.
like right now.
Of
like
course.
So it's like
That's crazy though. Like a funny story, like side note, like Mattel could have really sold hella units about that Power Glove, but they wanted to get ahead of it so fast that they didn't develop any games.
Oh,
So they just came to market and they had like some like programmers take all the existing catalog and program like some accessibility with the glove, but no real like you used to be able to like do all this 3D like or
I remember
you'd
that.
be able to move it like augmented reality, and that's like funny because like so many brands like just it almost crashed Mattel as an entire brand
Really?
off the Power Glove.
That's so crazy. You would
Yeah.
never think that. You just think Barbie is like you just
well, I
print
think of-
money
yeah,
forever.
So many brands could take that for like a note, like, yo, don't rush ahead of it. Really build it up. Go really get a good game, something like a product you can really sell, and then sell hell units. Like, why rush ahead to try to like beat the Christmas rush?
I feel like Mattel's a good licensee for you.
I was on call with them last week.
I thought, G Unit. I don't know. No, it's Death Row, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't Hasbro own all of Death Row's like
They
catalog
bought,
or something?
it recently.
I think so. One of those.
Really?
One of those toy
They've
companies.
been buying Hasbro's been buying a lot of licenses.
Yeah, I think
They've been taking over a
I think they
lot.
bought Death Row. I don't know. I think
Probably.
they bought the catalog. I don't know.
Damn.
It does sound so weird to
I
me.
mean, our boy definitely is in prison forever, so he needs he needs money.
To
you know,
show.
Oh shit!
I mean,
Yeah.
that's crazy. What are some like wise words for kids like out there?
Yeah, so
Maybe
I wanted to jump in. You said you got that license when you were 19, so like you've always kind of had like a real entrepreneurial mindset. Have you worked like a real like 9-to-5 job before? Or you've always been
I
like
worked at like the carnival, like the OC Fair one year, selling like license plate frames, and
Really?
I worked at Banana Republic.
So you've always just been like I'm gonna be my own boss.
No, I was. I didn't. I was shitty in school, so I was like, my best friend was working in real estate as a real estate appraiser for some guy. And he's like, oh, that guy's super young and he's driving a Range Rover and he's killing it right now, and we should go do what he's doing.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't know anything about real estate, nor do I care. I
Right.
was like, that's not
And when
what I'm into. And he said, well, we can do what he's doing. We can start our own company. And I was like, oh shit, if we can do that, sign me up. I'm down. We'll figure it out. Yeah.
When you say you're like shitty in school, like I was shitty in school.
Yeah.
Like
But you still like got to pass the appraisal test, so you pretty
Well,
good
that's
tester.
when I was focused. Yeah, 'cause I was
Okay.
focused.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
you
that
just
was like
didn't want to
something-
focus at school.
Yeah, just I was in a different mindset when I was
Yeah,
younger and
same.
dealing with different issues at the time. So.
Oh, I was a dumb kid in school, man. I
Yeah.
was doing.
It's crazy how many people we talk to who like just couldn't even get through 9th grade.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's like rocket science, bro. We're literally
But then like you
And they're
we
like
sit
masters
here,
of industry.
yeah,
now.
we sit here and talk about their stories, and it's like
It's almost like they were too advanced already. They're like, I can't sit here all day.
This is for stupid people. This right here, this school thing,
I don't
is
need
for
this.
stupid people. You guys are stupid.
couldn't tune in. I mean, probably the subject matter, the way they taught, it wasn't like it didn't interest us.
Bro,
totally.
I barely made it. Like
Yeah.
barely. I don't
Same.
even know how. I think some of the teachers just like loved me, right? Like people like we're in the same circle, whether, I mean, Andy, we didn't meet up until now, but like, look at all of our friends.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? Like, it's
Of course,
you know,
we're the generation that our circle of people are the ones that are gonna take over the world. And, and do amazing things.
I watch like people like Forbes write about
Oh.
morons, right? And I'm just like, man, like my whole squad is just like stomping people. Even my partners over at Truff, Nick and Nick are like
Nick and Nick
taking over the
We
world.
did the Groundhouse collab with
dude. Like I love Nick and Nick. Like I talk to Nick and Nick like every day.
Okay.
And everyone's so driven right now. It's so dope.
And their story, remember, they didn't know anything about sauces or food
nothing
or either. They just,
Instagram, baby.
Yeah, Instagram. They figured it out.
It's just they figured it out.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like I was just talking to them. Like that band 5 Seconds of Summer had Truff in their video.
Okay.
And like they sent it to me. I'm like, look at that, 500,000 views in like fucking 20 minutes.
Shit.
And it's like, oh shit, like this is gonna be a big one. I was like, yeah, I mean, everyone loves hot sauce.
Yeah, no, of course.
So what would you tell kids like these days? Like, like when we were first started, I would ask people these questions of like, a normal kid doesn't leave his parents' house till a certain age now, but like that's like it doesn't even matter anymore. It's just like what's like some good like guidance. I mean, like if you had a kid right now, right, and he was 21 years old, like what are you expecting?
I just expect them to try. I think the big thing that, especially lately, the thing that I'm pushing towards to the community and trying to tell them that it's starting your, like in general, even if it's not starting your business, try in anything, right? I'll use business as an example. 90 something % of first businesses fail, right? Like that number is crazy. Like why would you jump into that? But what you learn from it is everything. Experience is everything. It might not be your first, it might not be your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh business concept that you came up with. It might be your 10th, 11th that takes off, right? You just need to take off one time. Once you hit that success mark one time, that whole chamber ball changes. Instead of you're not hitting that fail mark anymore. You're hitting success a lot more now. Sometimes you might hit the fail a few times, but that experience changes everything. The outlook on you, your confidence level, the way people look at you, the opportunities that come, everything, your whole world completely shifts.
Oh, so key, man.
Yeah, it's not even that first. Don't worry about that first business project. It could be your 20th, but if you continue trying and something hits, everything changes.
How does like a kid that doesn't have anything like start a business these days, Andy? Like, you know what I mean? Like doesn't have money, doesn't know how to get money. Yeah. Like how does a kid, do you like, cause I'm not like let's go get a loan. Like,
of course. And you can't get a loan. Like you have to have business. You have to be in like, if you want to go to the bank, you have to have 2 years of active business that shows numbers before you can even get a bank loan. So there's so many different ways now. There's so many people with a lot of money that if you can have a pitch deck, you can bring around a good team, show that you're great at what you do, or work under somebody and build your resume so that you can prove like, hey, I'm ready to go off my own now. Would you like to be a partner or fund my project? And and you see kids, even like kids in high school are like, they're making money through like Amazon products.
They're
or
using
like
their
overseas.
parents.
They're going, using their parents, or they're
buy me these shoes, and they go to StockX and like made $1,200.
Or they do those like Facebook ads with Alibaba items and they ship it from China and they're
like a
cranking like
third party retailer.
Yeah, and I see this like 16, 17-year-old kid pull up in a Lambo event store, and I was like, that was not possible when I was 18. Like, your resources are way different now. Like you have Google, you have
social
YouTube,
media,
you have
dude.
things to pick off from. You can DM somebody, ask questions. Like, there's so many ways to like pick up things as long as you're respectful and you understand about business lingo and when to jump in at the opportunity. It's like timing and everything too. All
I feel like it's all timing.
You got people sliding into your DMs? Asking you random questions
all day long,
not just chicks and whatnot, but just
all day long. Yeah, asking.
Because I was saying that earlier, that it's like it is the generation now where if you just want to reach out and touch somebody, you can. Like Twitter was like the opening. Like he might see it. Yeah. But now it's like you hit him in the DMs, you can even see like, oh, he saw it.
Yeah, he read it. And then you can,
It's crazy. Sometimes when they read it and they don't respond, I get so butthurt.
Oh, right.
Fuck.
Hey, we know you saw. Yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
Dang. The slap in the face.
I was like, okay, you don't like
Maybe
me.
you just saw it quick though. He's gonna come back.
Yeah. Some do. You know, like I'll tell you what. Instagram has not let me down.
Oh, really?
You know, like it's just always like been a really good tool.
Yeah.
For even something like this. The list is like so long, and the way Matt and I, the way we were doing this is like I wanted to start off slow, is like, you know, of like who our features were gonna be, and like because I know what people are expecting, like on me, you know, like once we announce this, they're gonna be like, what's up with all your music guys?
Got it.
I'm like, well, that's gonna be like 5th season,
Oh shit.
you know, because I'm just like, you're expecting all that, you know, like you expected, you know, Bobby first, but I brought Ben first.
Okay. Oh.
You know, so like, and Ben was great. I mean, it was just all food.
I heard first Ben on the interview the first time about the food beast thing before, and I was like, oh, they did an interview with Ben, not Bobby. I was like, I gotta listen to this right now.
And when I told Bobby that, he's like, I fucking love that you're doing that, because everyone knows that Bobby and Ben and I are really close, but they probably think that because me and Bobby post each other all the time, it's like, oh, he's gonna just have Bobby. It's like, nah, I had I had Ben, right? Because like, I already know everything with Bobby. Yeah. It's going to be great when I have him as an interview, because it's going to be a whole lot of laughs and we could joke about the last 15 years. But Ben, we were just like talking about food nonstop. Specifically, yeah. It was fun.
You know what he's done?
And art. And Ben loves art. And then Family Style is.
Yeah, you've seen what they've done.
That ain't a joke.
Yeah.
You know, like, are you guys a part of that?
Yeah, we did last year with them.
You did?
Yeah, sold out.
Matt and I went.
Sold out ice cream. Cleared out.
We came before everyone, too.
I saw Bobby at the end. I was like, Bobby's like, how was it? I was like, we're out, dude. We're out of ice cream.
Wow.
And I came at the end. And I saw him rocking around. I was like, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we should stay till the end.
How do you, like, for like an event like that, do you guys do a lot of events, by the way?
Yeah, we
Afters as a company?
Yeah, we do Coachella. We do...
Well, you ain't doing Coachella till October.
Yeah, I know. I just found out today. We do a lot of the festivals. We do everything. We do everything.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And those are like great for you guys, right? I mean,
just for as a branding standpoint, it's like you see us there, you're like, and you see the lines, you're like, oh, okay. Like, if you're like a world traveler and you come for the first time, like if you're at Coachella, you're not going to go to the store. You're going to be here. This is the place for you to try it at.
Man.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I've never had afters.
Oh my god! You haven't had boba. You haven't afters.
but I'm a massive afters fan. Like massive. Like bro. Like I try to have you at my wedding, right? Because like when Bobby used to take photos of shit, you just like, you know, because it didn't used to be Bobby's phone. It used to be Bobby's camera. So like it would just all look like you were right there. And, like so, I was like, I need these people at my wedding. This is the best. I'm like, and so Ben or Bobby connected us. Yeah. And it just didn't happen because I was like, I don't have money. Yeah. You know,
I owe you one for it. I gotta change that. We gotta change this.
That was 5 years ago though. Damn. I mean, my anniversary's coming up in May.
Okay, we got to throw an event for you out there. You're gonna have special cart and branded special flavor for you that day.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah. I'm just like, I'm baffled. Like I'm literally like, food is just where it's at.
It's crazy. It's a crazy place. It's taking me to a lot of unexpected opportunities.
How do you you're married?
Married, yes.
Kids or no?
Yeah, my daughter turns 1 this Friday.
That's awesome, man. Congrats. So like, how does that get in the way, or your wife work with you? Like when I say in the way, is like just because you're so busy because you have so much, or is it
family balance?
Yeah, is there a good family balance?
We try our best. You know, like we know that I have a lot on my plate, obviously. Yeah. But I also know that this time with my daughter is super precious, and work will probably always be there. If things don't work out, I can always figure out how to, you know, generate income or come up with another business plan for something. Yeah. But my daughter's only going to be this age once. So actually Fridays I don't work. I stay home with my daughter on Fridays. Yeah. And I don't pick up my calls until like in between or afterwards.
Oh, that's dope. I put my phone on. What I've done lately and it's not to make my wife happy, it's to make me sane. Okay. I put my phone on silent at like 9 p.m.
That was smart.
But I do look at it every like hour. I just press it, and like if I want to, you know what I mean? Like being a part of this, I would say this was the hardest project I've ever been part of in my entire life. Okay. You know, my whole life I never like really made money, or you know, this family company they've done a lot for me. And I gave him my all, you know what I mean? Like I was doing 22-hour days, you know, in the beginning, which was no complaining whatsoever. I was like, this is like, I wanted to, you know, like it's like when you love something, you just like
pour everything.
You pour everything. And my wife, you know, she was a very huge influence. You know, she I think she loved seeing me like busy because I didn't care about time or, you know, like, and the best part about Abby, she would just come down here.
Really?
You know, that's the one thing I'll give her. Like she made sure like she had dinner with me, where it's like, all right, like if you don't have time to see me at home, I'm gonna come down there, have a drink with you, have food.
I'm sure she saw how happy you were.
Yeah, you know, like running around, like bragging, you know, like when we were doing the Vans thing or like doing a round 2 collaboration, like we're doing things that hotels don't do in Vegas. Like, and I love that. I love it. And people could talk a lot of shit, but like,
no, this is one of the most magnificent. The tour was one of the craziest things I've ever been on right now.
Oh man, thank you.
I like the artwork to the way things are designed and curated and all the hidden gems of it. Like honestly, like my jaw dropped for like the last like few hours of being here.
Oh man, that's you know, it's what the cool thing is having 2 bosses who are, you know, they're way older than me, but just as young as me. They're
open-minded,
you know, they're just open minded. They're like, let's take chances. You know, like, you know, like they're very successful humans. You know, they have a lot of hotels. The UFC was theirs. You know, like it's pretty cool to watch them. And it's like, that's like who I want to be. And then like sitting here with people like you or Josh or Ben or, you know, Itai, like just like so many people. And you're just like, I'm just trying to all day long, like take it in, you know, like Matt's been with me for 5 years, you know, he goes where I go and he knows more about anybody than anybody. Yeah. And that's my favorite part because I'm always like,
I'm like the Jamie to his Rogan. I'm on top of it.
You're doing the
you know, like
research and
fuck.
digging.
Not even the research. Like I'll sit there sometimes with him and he's telling me shit. I'm like, what? You know, like
gotta stay ahead, man.
Right? No, for sure.
Especially nowadays, you can just take so much in, like your own feed and your own programming of your own like social medias. You can like consume so much content.
Matt had a brand too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What brand was it?
It didn't. It failed.
99% of things fail.
6%. Yeah.
Well, look where you're at now.
It was called Sourdough Clothing.
It's such a dope name.
Yeah,
sourdough. That's tight.
Yeah. You know, I don't know if it'll come back, but you know,
you might have that passion that
there's
sparked
always like a boom.
Where you tie it to something like a sandwich brand or whatever.
Dude, sourdough after sourdough.
Right.
Dude, after sourdough.
Dude,
sounds good to me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, that was fun. Nice. It was definitely a learning experience. You're definitely right. Everything I got out of it was more than I ever thought I'd get going into it. So it was super valuable.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You don't look at it as an L. And I feel like a lot of L's you look at, you're like, dang, I should have been like more depressed then, but it always like sparked the next turn or the next big thing, you know?
Of course, and I think that's what sets most people apart from the others. The others are scared after the first time. They're like, I never want to go through that again. But
you have no idea what I went through. It's like, no, I do. Yeah. And you got to keep going.
Of course.
I watch so many people fail.
And even now, you know, we're putting out fires more than we're, you know, the high. You guys see the cool highlight reel, but most of the time you're like putting out fires all day long.
Yeah,
like,
no one sees like the space,
construction,
yeah,
blah,
you're
blah,
right.
Staff members, partners,
permits, whatnot. You know,
Of course.
Do you know off the top of your head how many people like work for you with staff? It's staff or corporate and rest, like
everything together. Probably 700.
That's so cool, man.
People, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people.
It's we got to make it.
Don't fuck it up, Andy.
I try not to. Honestly, that's what keeps me up at night.
Of course,
to make sure keep the lights on and make sure people are taken care of and building a great brand culture around it. It's super tough. You know, like you can't hang on to that.
The cool thing I love about what you're doing is everything you're doing, you're treating it like as a brand.
Of course,
like you're building a culture, right? So like when you're talking brand culture, it's like. And I think that's all we know, right? Yeah. So it's like you're starting a food spot, but you're treating it as a brand, and that's kind of what Matt and I always saw the Palms as, you know, like treat it as a brand. You know,
you guys are doing an amazing job, and I hope that other people get the cool tour that I got.
Man. Yeah.
Now they're gonna request it.
They're
like, yo, I heard Andy talking about some tour.
Yo, man, what's up with Andy when was talking about the tour?
Yeah, so can I get it?
Sorry, Tall is no longer here.
You just see that one. I saw it, but I didn't reply to it.
Right. Well, Andy, thanks, man.
Hey, before we go, you know, in light of James Lipton passing, I want to ask one question.
Okay.
And it's question number 5. What's your favorite swear word?
Swear word?
Yeah. If you had to choose one curse word.
I say shit a lot. I don't know.
Shit? Okay.
Shit's a good one. Shit. That's a good one, man. I like that. You should just bring it up.
I say shit all the time, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
I say fuck.
Yeah, fuck's my favorite
all
by far.
All day long.
Yeah.
Fuck
but
this,
that was always my favorite part on the show when he would do that when asked the celebrities like, what's your favorite swear word? Because some of them said some really dirty ones.
I've never been asked that before, so
boom. There we go.
And he's like PG-13.
He's like, I can't swear. We're gonna get beeped.
What are you talking?
I'll beep it out
of school next week.
Well, thanks so much for your time, man.
Appreciate it, Andy.
You probably want to get out of here, so
Well, thank you.
We're done.
Thank you guys for having
No,
me.
of
I had a
course,
great
man.
time, and I really hope people get to see this place, and I look forward to seeing what you guys do with it. And I owe you an ice cream cart.
Oh yeah. So where can people find you? What's your Instagram handle?
Instagram is Andy the Win. It's hard. My last name is a little hard to spell. Andy THE, last name NGUYEN.
Nice. And then you guys could find like the scroll of restaurants that he owns because there's a ton of them, and he's the man. And I'm so stoked that he's in my life. Thank you, Ashley Nichols, as always.
Yes, thanks,
the
Ashley.
king, 8 foot
Appreciate it.
king.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
We're out.
Hey, yo, bad news. Fuck going on?
That's just terrible.
Bad news.